Today's lesson, again, is about I am one. So, today, guys, we have a very special dynamic speaker that is joining us, Idella Veal. And I've been knowing her for years, and I can tell you she walks the walk. She don't just talk the talk, she walks the walk. Just a little bit about Idella. She is a native Atlanta. Again, that is very rare. So we have a rare individual to be joining us today. She attended the Atlanta Public Schools. That's just how rare she is. Some people say they're from Atlanta, but they're from the surrounding area. She's a graduate of Henry Grady High School, which is now Midtown High, and a graduate of Georgia State University School of Business, and from there to the business world. Idella grew up in one of the largest Baptist church in Atlanta, which is Wheat Street Baptist Church on Auburn Avenue. There's a lot of history there, so she comes with a depth of experiences, and I'm really excited to hear from her. This is where the doors swing back on welcome hinges. Realized there had to be more to life spiritually than what she was experiencing. After reading a few books on spirituality by Wayne Dyer, Abraham Hicks, others, and the Science of Mind magazine, Idella located the Spiritual Living Center of Atlanta at the Woodruff Arts Center and started attending Sunday mornings. She took every class they offered until the only classes left were for practitioners. So she became a licensed CSL practitioner in 2014, along with being a certified health and fitness coach when she left corporate America. So, guys, please help me welcome the one and only Idella Veal.
Well, Barbara, thank you for that wonderful introduction. And it was so wonderful walking in because I looked, I'm like, I know these folks. I started at the Spiritual Living Center with just about everybody that I'm looking at in here. And it's been a while since I've seen a lot of you, and some of you I see on Facebook, but it's so good to see you this morning. It is great to be here with you, and I bring greetings from the Spiritual Living Center of Atlanta, Reverend David Alexander. And the Spiritual Living Center of Atlanta is celebrating its 40th year. 45th? Today. So if you later, if you'd like to come over at 3:00, and we're located on North Druid Hills now, and join us. We'd love to see you. So thank you for inviting me to Maya to be here with you all. This is really fun. The power of the words "I am." That goes way back to, I believe, the book of Exodus. I am that I think it was Moses said, "Who shall I say sent me to do what you're asking me to do, to go free?" To say, "Let my people go." And God said, "You tell them that I am, that I am, that I am sent you." Now, along with the power of the word "I am," you have to put more with it than just saying it. You've got to use the power of your imagination. If there's something that is that you're desiring, let's say if there's an issue with health or wholeness, the power of the imagination, which is, I'm going to kind of go off on that end right now. The imagination is powerful. When you say, I am whatever, I am whole, I am perfect, I am complete. So what does that feel like? What does it feel like to be whole, perfect, and complete? Let's say if there's someone who's been not whole and complete all their lives. They may have been ill. And if that is a desire and you really I don't really know what that feels like, then you ask somebody who you know operates that way in wholeness. They're healthy, whole, and complete. So the power of the imagination is a part of this. And I'm going to start with that. The power of the imagination, Ernest Holmes has something to say about that too. Ernest Holmes says, we exist so that divine feeling, fire, imagination, and creativity may be expressed through us. Be yourself and express life as you find it. Never, let's see, I wrote this and I need to know what this is. Never imitate. Never imitate. Be yourself. Trust the self. Find the self and God in the self. What you are trying to do is awaken your whole being to spiritual awareness. The power of the imagination transcends logic and taps into the field of infinite possibilities. Imagination is the magnet, the language of the universe that draws the thing imagined from the field of infinite possibilities to manifestation. The creative process of the imagination is limited only by our ability to envision and conceptualize our grandest ideas. That's what Ernest Holmes says about it. So, as we charge our imagination with emotion and mental pictures, we'll attract its physical equivalent. Vividly think about what you want and then see it. See it in your mind's eye. Now, this crew here has been in the science of mind for a while. So we understand, or should I assume that we all understand how to create with our imagination? Sometimes we forget. And the power of words. So we decide, I'd like to do that. I'd like to be that. I'd like to own that. I'd like to go there and participate. There might be a but I don't know. I don't know if I can manage that. I don't know if I can physically walk over there and participate in that particular activity. I don't know. So there's doubt. So what one does with the power of the imagination is to sit down and think about what it is that you really want to do. How do you want it to feel? It's the feeling of this, of what you like to participate in. You may have never done it before, but how do you think it's going to feel? The imagination is the preview of life's coming attractions. And we know that we can use it for the good. Can I get another amen over there? And we can use it for the not so good, the bad. And we will create that also. So we have to be aware of our thoughts. When we wake up in the morning and give praise and thanks for waking up, because everybody didn't wake up. Set our intention for the day. And the intention is, it's another great day. And thank you, God, for another great day. And you set your energy right then and right there of how you're going to step out into the world. And you own that. Own it first thing in the morning. And whatever it is you own, whatever your intention is for the day, put it on first in your mind. Own it. Call it out. This is the day that God hath made. I am rejoicing, and I'm so glad in it. Own that. How does that feel? And you continue to walk in that spirit all day long, giving appreciation, thanksgiving. I was somewhere yesterday, maybe at the grocery store, and I overheard this guy say, "This is the worst day ever." So he threw all of his energy in that, body language and everything. This is the worst day ever. I don't know what I'm going to do. It's just, and I kind of walked by and I was like, do you think you want to claim that? And of course, he didn't know me from Adam. I'm just stepping all in his business. But it kind of bothered me because he was so animated about it, and that energy was kind of coming over my way. And I said, I know you don't know me, but you're just setting the pace for your day right now. And if you wanted to get better, you might want to say some things to turn those comments around that you just made. You went, oh yeah, I did say that, didn't I? And I'm like, yeah, you did. And you said it very powerfully and very strong, because it was kind of shaking me. I was like, I need to get away from over here. So he and I don't generally do that, but it was, it did kind of bother me. When I heard it, I could feel the energy from him. And he said, you know what? Thank you so much for bringing that to my attention. And when I was walking out the door, he made it a point of coming by me to say, oh, my day's gotten better and better and better already. Thank you so much. And even when he said that, that uplifted my day even more. So, being aware of self-talk. What are we saying to ourselves when we go, I am? What is following that? I am this, I am that. Allow it to be something that will lift you up and people around you. And allow it to be something that you can carry off into the world, into the universe, where you can allow it. It is something that is motivating and exhilarating, and it moves in and through and all around you, where people can look at you and go, ooh, I want what they're on. I want to be like that. I want to feel like that. And we've got the power to do all of that with the words that we speak, the thoughts that we think. I'm in the fitness business, so every day it is upon me to create an atmosphere of motivation to get my folk excited about what they're going to do. And they pretty much already are when they come in, because they know me. You know, I'm not entertaining any negativity. Don't bring that in here. I've already voiced that. This is a place of feeling good, owning your greatness, standing in the truth of who you are, and letting it shine. So they show up ready to go, and they're in a hurry to get out because they say I work them kind of hard. But anyway, it's all good. They're better. I mean, they've been with me a long time, and I told them, continue coming. I mean, we're going to be doing the same thing when we're in our 70s, 80s, 90s, 100 years old. And one said something about, yeah, we'll be coming in with our walkers. And I said, well, I don't have anything against walkers, but no, if we continue to do what we're doing right here, right now, no walkers are needed here. So that's not a vision right now that's in our future. Of course, if somebody needs one, they should make sure they get it. But we know that the power of God, the power of infinite intelligence, moves in and through every cell of our being. Own that. I'm powerful and I'm strong every day. And just saying those words it's invigorating, it's exciting. I am powerful. I am strong. I have the mind of God. Own it. I have the mind of the Almighty. My thoughts are God thoughts. I was going to, you all have this book, don't you? Yeah. I was going to read something from here that I thought was really good. And I'll tell you what page it's on, just in case you might want to go over it again when you, at home when you leave. And I think I have it. Okay. And it's on page 173 in this book, and it's called, How Old Are You? I'm not asking your age, but that's what it is entitled. Any of you guys recall that one? Anyway, it's fun to read. How old are you? Living the Science of Mind, page 173. How old is old? And when does a person get too old to enjoy life? Could it be possible that even age is something that happens to our mind rather than our bodies? And could a person be as young as 80 as he is at 18? We're told that each cell in the physical body is completely replaced every 14 months. It seems funny, though, that does it not to think that no one is ever a year and a half old physically? We are also told that there is no reason to suppose that our minds grow old, that the mind is as young at 90 as it is at 9. The only thing that is added to it is experience. Most psychologists agree that we learn less rapidly as years advance, but just as certainly and just as accurately. Some of the scientific minds today are telling us that while times exist, age does not. That in reality, time is not a way of measuring years and months and days, but rather a measurement of experience in a limitless life. If it is true, in a broad sense, that neither the mind nor the body actually grow old, it is time for us to ask, what produces this aging process? God's mind is the only mind there is, and God is eternal. The whole proposition is this: we live because God lives in us, and we are able to think because the mind of God is in us. Our trouble is that we have thought of ourselves as separate from God, and in doing this, we have stored up burdens of care, worry in our minds. People do not grow old when they are busy with the pleasures of living, the enjoyment and the expectation, the enthusiasm and the thought of the more than is of the thought of the more that is to come. Some people feel in their later years there is not enough left to look forward to. The kick has gone out of life, for no man is happy who chases mad ambition. We're happy only in creative things and in those things where we share the joy of living with others. We must keep our interest in life so active that there will be an element of wonder and surprise in the simple everyday things. Life is activity, and when we stop being active, we turn away from the newness of life. And the people who grow old in years without an inward expectation and assurance that they are going to live forever, somewhere will find the last part of their life burdened with the thoughts of yesterday. Let us make up our minds that yesterday is gone. Tomorrow has not arrived, but today can be filled with wonder and curiosity if we know that we stand on the threshold of that which is wonderful and new. This is still Ernest Holmes. I have never yet met a single individual who maintained this attitude in the last part of his life unless he had faith. And I'm talking about the kind of faith we all understand in the meaning of faith in something bigger than we are, in a power greater than we are, and in a complete assurance that we are going to live forever somewhere. It is an interesting fact that whether or not we know it and whether or not we like it, our lives are so tied in with God, the living Spirit, that we cannot even remain young and enthusiastic unless we know that we are one with that which knows no age and has no burdens. So, youth is not a time of life, it is a state of mind. Did y'all hear that? Youth is not a time of life, it is a state of mind. Nobody grows old by merely living a number of years. People grow old by deserting their ideals. Years wrinkle the skin, but to give up enthusiasm and a great attitude, that wrinkles the soul. Worry, doubt, self-distrust, fear, and despair. These are the long, long years that bow the head and turn the spirit back to dust. Whether you're 80 or 18, there should be in every person the love of wonder and curiosity, the sweet amazement at the stars and the star-like things and thoughts, the undaunted challenges of events, and the unfailing childlike appetite of what's next, and joy in the game of life. You're all as young as your faith, as old as your doubts, as young as your confidence, as old as your fears, as young as your hopes, and as old as your despair. Live with vitality and passion and joy. So, giving thanks and praise, I think, taking out time during the day as we are living life, enjoying life, giving appreciation, because the word appreciation is appreciate. When things appreciate, it grows. You get more of that. It's compounded. So the message is to give thanksgiving and praise on a regular basis every day. You know, before we go to bed at night, there was a day that has been lived. And I'm sure during that day, there's a lot to give thanks for. So when your head is laid down on that pillow, just thank God, thank the universe for the life that day that was lived. Because how you close your eyes and go to bed at night, that's going to be how you wake up in the morning. And you want to wake up in the morning in joy. Using our imagination for the good will keep our lives, I think, going in the direction that we'd like. And I spoke about it's not about joy, it's about the opposite. That's when people worry. And whatever it is that we're focusing on, we create that. Because what the universe does, it goes, because we're energy beings. And the thoughts that we think, they're going out into the universe. They're going out. And depending on the energy that they're followed with, that'll depend on how fast it comes back to you. So let's continue to live our best life and know that our thoughts are powerful. And if there's something that we want to create that's not there, say if there's some type of health challenge, I'll tell you a quick story. Um, I went to, had a bad, this has been a long time ago, bad pain in my left side. And I was meditating and doing all that, and it wouldn't go away. It was on a Friday. And I said, oh, gosh. And I left the corporate world, so I didn't have insurance. So, and I couldn't, it wouldn't go away. And I started to feel a little antsy about it. So I finally called my doctor, and my doctor, and I explained to them, and they said, well, he said, come on in. Don't worry about your insurance, just come on in. So I went in. He did an x-ray. He said, your intestines is in a loop. It's in a knot, which was not allowing the bowel to flow. So I said, okay, well, give me something to get the loop gone. We can get it out. You know, he goes, I don't have a medication or I can't write a prescription for that. He said, the only way we can do that is with surgery. I'm like, surgery? I don't have insurance. I don't have time for this. I got things to do tomorrow. Let's get this taken care of. Now he goes, that's the problem. You would have to have surgery. And he said, and honey, I have a vacation plan. I'm getting ready to go out of town when I leave here. And so he had his nurse get on the phone and call the doctor that was standing in for him. And, you know, the doctor said, okay, I'll be there for her. But that was not my intention. My intention was I was leaving there and I was saying to myself, God, you and I are going to have a big time conversation when I get out of here. And I said it like that. And the lady said, well, we'll see you we'll probably see you on Saturday. And I'm like, I didn't say anything because I wasn't going to be in anybody's emergency room on Saturday. So anyway, it turned out that I did a meditation, a deep meditation. I visualized the hand coming down and taking the knot out, and all went well. So that's the power of the imagination. And I think I see there cues for me to cut it. So, but thank you so much. It was a joy to speak with you this morning, and hopefully I'll get a chance to see you again. But the power of the imagination, powerful.